Hey guys, welcome to Comics Degenerates. Today we have a review for you for Eden Zero Chapter 177, Holy Judgment. All in all, this was a fantastic chapter of Eden Zero. So let's talk about this thing. Libya, has to tell Rebecca something important before she dies. Now, right then and there, I believe this is a fake out. I don't think that she's actually going to die. I think she means like before her channel dies, because as any YouTuber will tell you, that once your channel dies, it feels like a part of you dies as well, especially if you put a lot of work into it. But in the case that she actually may be ill for some reason or another, I would assume that Rebecca would ask Sister to heal her, and Sister should be able to do it. So again, I believe that this is a fake out. I am wondering what she has to actually tell Rebecca of any importance. Maybe that she's always loved Shiki, or maybe she always respected Rebecca, or maybe she was always jealous of Rebecca for whatever reason. But I do believe that this is a fake out. I don't think this is going to be really important going forward in the story of Eden Zero. But I will say one thing. Either way, I'm happy that Hiro Mashima is getting ready to end this chapter of Eden Zero, or this portion of this story between Rebecca and her rival, and then we can actually move forward from this. Now, the next thing I want to discuss with you guys is this event that happened, the bloody Atmos Day incident. I wonder, does it have any correlation to Bloody Sunday of 1916? If you guys know about that, I'm just wondering. Pino had to Google it, and when Pino Googled it, Pino was in horror, because Pino Googled it and she saw the images, and you could just see the expression on her face. She's like, "What the holy fuck is this? Like, what's going on?" The public story is that it was a mass murder. And just like everything, when it's a public story, or when the public gets a hold of it, just because that's what's going around and that's what's going, to all the news stations and things of that nature, it doesn't mean that that's actually the real story of what's really going on. That's just what, the governments want you to know. But apparently what happened was Crow was actually behind it and killed one of Holly's friends. And that's why Holly wants to kill him with her bare hands. Now, Shiki says, "I'm not going to have any part of this. I'm not going to try to kill anybody for you." Then Holly goes on to say, "Well, I'm okay with apprehending him because I know he's going to get the death sentence as well, anyway." I don't believe a shred of that shit. When she sees this man, if this person was really important to Holly, once she sees Crow and sees him down, she is going to actually try to kill him. Okay. Now, right then and there, let me stop real quick. I'm talking about this chapter and talking a little bit about Holly. Now, I'm looking at Holly, however you want to pronounce it, and maybe it's just me, but I'm getting strong witch vibes from her. I don't know. I know Witch is dead, but I'm just saying we've had a lot of time to, gather ourselves, especially the crew of the Eden Zero. They even had a time skip, but I don't know. I'm just saying that she's giving off these witch vibes, these deep ora sounds, and she really is. So I'm just saying it would be really cool if she decided to switch teams and join the Eden Zero. She's already protecting Rebecca, which brings me to my next point. We get a little taste of her powers, that she has the power to melt people, because as we saw, those guys, they were sitting at the table and they was talking about how they was going to kidnap Rebecca and run a train on her, which, I can't really blame them. Look at Rebecca, but that's neither here nor there. But I'm just saying. And then, Holly's powers, her ether gear kicks in, and they just all start melting away, turning into shit, mud, whatever the hell that was, slime. I don't know, but we got a little taste of her ether gear ability. And personally, to me, as a reviewer, I have to say that I'm not impressed by it. I'm sorry, I'm just not impressed by that. You're supposed to be one of the big bads. You're supposed to be this powerhouse, and your ether gear ability is just to melt people. Can you melt objects as well? I just don't know. I'm not saying that the ability isn't strong. That's not what I'm saying at all. The only thing that I'm saying is that I've seen it before. I was hoping that maybe we got something different, like maybe she had the ability to stop time, something like that. And yes, I know we've seen that before in JoJo and everywhere else, the ability to stop time, but that's still a very powerful ability. So I was just hoping that maybe she had that. And I will say one other thing. We find out in this chapter that Crow has indeed formed a partnership with Ziggy. And before Ziggy had, resurfaced or regenerated or whatever you want to call it, reawakened, Crow was actually the baddest android in the cosmos. And then when Ziggy came back, he told Crow to hold his WD-40 and watch what he does. But you know what? That'll do it, guys. That's been my review this week for Eden Zero chapter 177. A damn good chapter. Which way will Shiki side? Will Shiki actually join Holy? I don't know. I don't know, will he join her, but I think that he's going to. I really do think he's going to. And it showed a lot of maturity that he just automatically didn't jump up and say, yeah, we'll do it. He's sitting back, he's thinking about this, and he says he's got to talk to his crew. I like that. It shows character growth, character development. I really did like that. And I will say one thing. Wise was just simping hard over Holly. I mean, like, he was really simping to the point that maybe it was just me, but did Himura get a little bit jealous? I'm just saying, it seemed like she got a little bit jealous. Like, she was like, how long are you going to talk about or fond over her? I mean, like, look at her. When she came out the water, we knew what Hiromasha was going to do for us this chapter, and I applaud him. Did a damn good job this week, and I really enjoyed this chapter. Don't know if I'm going to review next week, but, we just going to have to wait and see. That'll do it, guys. Thank you so much. Catch you next week.